All right, so now we're going to have a look at reducing balance loans. This is pretty much the type of loan that you will probably be more familiar with. It compounds, but what happens is the amount of interest you pay over time reduces as you pay it off. So mortgages and car loans and things are like this. Because every time you make a payment, you're actually reducing the amount that is left to pay, then the interest calculated on that ends up a smaller amount each time. So the amount, as it gets down, the amount of interest gets smaller and smaller. So what we need to be able to do is we need to be able to track that balance of the loans, the balance of the loan. The best way to do this is with an Excel sheet, but you need to be able to do it at table by hand first. That's what we're going to do in this video. And then what you'll find is there is a link along with to an investigation that takes you through using Excel and using formulas to do the calculations for you, which is really good. But it is important that you actually know how this all works first. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is read the question. So Charlotte has a loan of $15,000 at 9% reducing interest. So the interest compounds monthly. She makes repayments of $153 a month. We need to draw up a schedule. So the first thing I need to do is work out her monthly interest. So that is a per annum rate. And it actually should be 9% per annum reducing interest. So that's over a year. So monthly interest is going to be 9% divided by 12. Which means, and if we put that in, it's going to be 0.75%. Now, another way of doing that is to put that as a decimal number. So that would be in order to do that, we divide by 100. To take it from a percentage to a decimal, we divide by 100. From there, we can draw up our table. So, month, in the first column, our principal in dollar amount, that way we don't have to write dollars every time. Our interest, oh, hope I left enough room here. Payment in dollars and balance in dollars. Yeah, didn't leave enough room. That's okay. All right, so if we draw the table in, it's just, yours will be a lot neater than this because you will use a ruler. Okay, so we're going to have 6 months. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what you'll do is you can actually put your calculations into the table here, okay? I can't, only because I very, very sillily didn't leave myself enough room. So I will just do them underneath here so that you can see them. Yeah, but they won't be in there. Okay, so to begin with, the principal, 15,000. Yep, so we read the question. She has 15,000. The interest is going to be 15,000, and then we're going to multiply by our decimal, 0.0075, which gives us 112.50. Now, you can either do, it'll be, principal rate time, okay, so it's only over a year, PRT. The principal's 15,000. The rate is either 0.0075, or if you want, you can do your 0.75 over 100. If you leave it as a percentage, you have to put it over 100 first, and then of course it's by 1, and that will still give you 112.50. Okay? Then we make our payment of $153. Okay, so over here it says every month $153. So my balance, okay, my balance is going to be principal plus interest minus repayment. So that's going to be $15,000 plus $112.50 minus $153. And what that gives me is $14,959.50. So what that means is at the end of the month, when my interest is calculated and added on, and then, Charlotte's interest is calculated, put onto her principal, but then she makes her payment of $153. Luckily, as you can see, it's more than the interest. So what she's actually doing is she's paying the interest plus a little bit off the principal. And that means that the principal for month 2 is actually less. As you can see, this means that any loan you take, you actually have to pay the interest owed as well as money off the principal. So you're not just paying back that original amount. You have to make sure that your payments are more than the interest that is accumulating each payment period. Okay, so the next ones, we just followed the same. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply by 0.075. And this time, we get $112.20. We still make our payment of $153. Oh, sorry, I didn't write my balance up here, did I? $14,959.50. And our balance now, when we add our interest on and then we take off our payment, just like we did down here, I get $14,918.70. And then I just continue and fill the rest of the table in. Okay, so now we've filled in the rest of the table, making all of these calculations. I will get rid of those though, because the last thing that we really should be doing is looking at totals. It gives us a real idea of what they've done, you know, what they've had to actually pay. So totals wise, just going to have a look at her total payments. So if I were to add up her total payments, she has paid $918 in that 6 months. But her interest was $670.40. So basically what we can then say is after 6 months, Charlotte has reduced the amount owing to $14,752. Oh, can you see that one? $14,752.40. She has made payments totaling, so this is our M3, our informed decision. So we need to actually give all of the information. 918, and she's reduced the principal by $247.60. And she has paid $670.40 in interest. So our M3 statement, so this one's our M3, is basically giving all of the information. Okay, remembering when we use our rules here, when we use our rules to work this stuff out, that's our K1, our K2, when we sub in, K3, when we show that we're calculating, organising and presenting information, all of our communication marks. So make sure you're actually hitting all of those criteria when you're doing it. But it's really important that we actually outline exactly where she's at. Now, do remember in real life, that kind of sucks. After 6 months and paying almost $1,000, she has only actually reduced the principal by $247.60. How did we work that out? Well, we just find the difference here. So 15,000 minus what the principal is now. In reality, that's how loans work. That's why paying interest really kind of sucks. But that's what we need to do when we borrow money. Okay, so make sure that you're okay with doing this. Have a practice. There are some questions there for you. And practice tracking that out. And then I want you to go on and have a go at the investigation. It's using Excel to be able to do all of this for you. You have to make sure that you practice doing that though, because while you can use that in your assignment, if you make a mistake with the formulas, that mistake will go all the way through. So you want to make sure that you get it right the first time.